All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. Want to talk about this coronavirus? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, hit all the buttons for me. Thank you. But I want to talk about the coronavirus, and there's a lot of, I don't know, this whole thing just seems kind of strange to me. And it's kind of like a lot of mixed information and things like that. The first thing that I want to say is that, I'm not discounting it at all or anything like that, but I got a couple of DMs in my box, and they were basically the same thing. They're like people. I did like a live on Facebook the other day, and it seems to me, and from what I've been reading up about this virus, it's an old virus. It's a very old virus. And the reason why they have 19 on the end of it is because they're talking about the strain that they found in 2019. All right. So they got a series of letters, and then at the end it's 19. Well, this virus, it seems, has been around for like forever. And it's an old virus. Okay. Rush Limbaugh came out and said that they're basically using this as a way to get back at Trump, and I guess it's like some type of chemical biological warfare in order to make Trump look bad. I thought that was hilarious. But anyway, so this virus has been around a long time, and as a matter of fact, it's listed on Lysol, and it has been listed on Lysol for a long time. So Lysol actually kills the virus. So does bleach. So does ammonia. There's a lot of stuff out there. Also, the other thing is you won't necessarily die from it. And most of the time you have either symptoms like you have the stomach flu, or you have symptoms like you have the normal flu. And so those are, that's basically it in a nutshell. It's like the flu. And so and then I heard another report, and somebody was like, they called Centers for Disease Control, and that's what they told them. They told them like the symptoms are flu-like symptoms. And I guess so anyway. So now this virus, the thing about it is that the reason why, and it seems to me from the research that I've done, it seems to me like the reason why there was such an outbreak. Remember, there are like 80,000 cases, but only 2,500 deaths. All right, so it's not like an automatic death sentence or anything like that. But here's the thing: the reason why these people, I guess, got this virus, and it spread so quickly, was because they are eating like contaminated meat, and they're also eating like non-traditional meats, like they're eating like owls and bats and dogs and cats and camels and stuff like that, stuff that people normally don't eat, or they do normally eat it in Asia, but it appears that a lot of this stuff was contaminated, and so basically the virus was passed through the meat. It also can be passed airborne, which is true. So just like the flu, it can be passed airborne. So once you have it, you can pass it to other people once you're contagious. And then I guess these and from what was explained to me, I guess this virus attaches to the lungs, and that's what causes, But here's the thing: if you are reasonably healthy, you can fight it off. All right. So, and in fact, there was even a story about a 17-day-old baby who contracted the virus, but her immune system fought it off, and she recovered. So so those are the type of things so we have to be cognizant. I guess that's what I'm trying to say of what's really going on. The other thing is stay hydrated. Keep your health. Stay clean. They're telling people to cut their beards. I don't know if I'm gonna cut my beard, but they're telling people stuff like that. Basically stay clean. Don't, if somebody has the virus, of course, don't go around them. They're telling, and more so with the face mask, they're telling the people that have the virus to wear the face mask so that they don't spread it. The other thing is, so you got to look at all these things. Now here's the thing. Okay, now Trump has issued a gag order, and some people are saying that Trump fired the United States pandemic team. And the other thing is, and they're not, and they put a gag order on all the doctors and all this kind of stuff. Now, I suspect, this is just my own suspicion, but I suspect that that is because the stock markets all around the world are going down. So this is costing them money. All right, and as the stock markets continue to fall, because people are spreading pandemonium. Basically, it's like, oh my God, everybody's going to die. So all of the powers that be that control the money are very worried about what's going to happen based on this epidemic. If it becomes an epidemic, because at this point it's not really an epidemic. They have a lot of cases in Italy. They have once again they have Korea, China has a lot of cases. Now the funny thing is that Bill Gates, and I have no idea why Bill Gates keeps on talking about population control. So we got to talk about this aspect as well. Why is Bill Gates talking about population control and then makes a statement saying that he predicts that 100 million people will die in Africa? But the funny thing about that is that the researchers are finding out that Africans are resistant to the virus, that the virus doesn't really affect Africans. So is it possible? I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist, as y'all like to call me all the time, right? So I'm gonna throw this out there. If this is a genetically modified version of this virus, okay, and they're trying to kill off certain people, and then maybe did this thing actually backfire? Was it really aimed towards Africans? And then, all of a sudden, here we go. We got Asians, we got Europeans, we have people from the Middle East or really Africa. I hate to use the word Middle East, but from the Arab part of Africa, we should say, right, that have the virus. But every place else, doesn't have it. And then all of the people that have contracted the virus in the United States have contracted it, or it was from people that traveled overseas. Nobody here has actually contracted this virus at all. Okay, so nobody who hasn't traveled or been around people that traveled really contracted the virus. And so is it as big a threat? We have to ask ourselves questions. Is it as big a threat as they're saying? Okay, and then, like I said, so we have all of these people. We had Prince Andrew, once again, Bill Gates. We've got other people, even Al Gore, talking about population control and saying, "Oh, well, there are too many people on Earth." Really, I don't necessarily buy that or anything like that. And then the other thing is, why is Trump gagging all of the doctors and all of the people who have medical knowledge and medical information from speaking? And why is he putting a gag order on all of the United States experts and denying them the ability to be able to speak? And like I said, one reason may be because of the stock market, because we know Trump, is like a stock market guy, so he cares about that. But other than that, why would you gag these people? The other thing is you have two noted physicians. Unfortunately, unfortunately for us, they're black. So you have Ben Carson and the Surgeon General Jerome Adams, right? So we have the Surgeon General of the United States, the Chief Doctor of the United States, is a black man, but he hasn't spoken on this at all. All right, and Trump is not allowing him to speak on this. Then you have Ben Carson, who is the housing secretary, who knows nothing about housing. Of course, this is all Trumpian politics, right? But he's a brilliant doctor. Don't get me wrong. Ben Carson is one of the most brilliant doctors ever. But common sense wise, he's probably like one of the dumbest guys ever. All right, so. Yeah, I said that. So, common sense wise, but they haven't, he hasn't given an opinion. Nobody has talked to either one of these two brilliant black men, and and we don't have any type of, policy. And then the director of the Centers for Disease Control, nothing from them, We don't have any information from them. But like once again, I will reiterate what I said at the beginning is that this virus, this coronavirus, is a common virus. And like I said, if you go on most household cleaning products and most things like that, almost everything will kill it. Alcohol will kill it. Um, Ammonia will kill it. Bleach will kill it. Like I said, most household cleaners like Lysol, disinfectants, antibacterial soap, all of this stuff kills this virus. So it doesn't appear to be, that menacing that it cannot be controlled if the proper action is taken. And people have known about this virus, like I said, for years, for years. So it's not like it's something new. It's an old virus. Now, here's the thing: there is no vaccine, but Trump made a statement about the vaccine, saying that it will be too expensive. Everybody can't afford it. He as if it already existed, which also leads me to another conspiracy theory. Are they doing this like another flu vaccine so that they can get us to take another vaccine? All right, that's the other concern, because I don't, like, for example, I don't take flu vaccines, but I've never had the flu. And people are like, oh my God, the flu season, this, that, and the other thing, and the universe has not allowed me to get the flu. So no matter, I've not even really colds or anything like that, because I look out for, I take precautions. The other thing is just my own personal advice: don't eat things that are going to cause mucus in your body, because that's where most of your immune system works through your digestive system. So if you don't have things in your system, the best thing you can do is alkaline your body. Eat things and drink things that are going to make your body alkaline and that are not going to cause mucus. All right, that's like very important. All right, but and then the other curious thing is, and so then Trump puts Pence, who is notoriously known for not being able to handle an epidemic of HIV in his own home state, and he's in charge, but he has no clue. But then you have guys like Jerome Adams and Dr. Ben Carson, both doctors, who he's not putting in charge of this, which is, once again, it's not good leadership. You think you would want to have people that have knowledge, that have been to medical school, that understand the human body and all that kind of stuff. And then once again, the whole thing with this whole population control, and did they create another strain of this virus in order to try to depopulate the world, depopulate the earth? And why are they predicting that there's going to be such a spread of it in Africa, but yet and still nobody in Africa has gotten it? Not from a natural cause, only from other people that have come there and have tried to spread it. I understand, like, there's one case in Nigeria, but the person that entered into Nigeria came from China, so and was in contact with those people. And remember, it seems like this virus started from them eating actual infected animals, so it came from eating animal flesh, not from anything that was airborne. And then all the other people that got it, like, a lot of these people were quarantined on planes and stuff like that. But the doctors who originally discovered it, they died, but that was only because they probably didn't know what they were dealing with, and they weren't taking the proper precautions when they were dealing with these patients who are infected, and they were probably infected at a higher level because they had been eating flesh. All right, so they have been eating the flesh of these already infected bats. I saw an internet thing about bats, like people in China eating bats and eating camels and eating dogs. So that's probably where it came from. Anyway, fastest 15 minutes is up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't panic. That's the main thing about all of this coronavirus stuff. Don't panic. Take care of yourself and stay clean. Love you.